sorry to say. Literally, I've been playing since I was, I think, newly turned 8 years old. I am now 29, going on 30 years old. That is insane, for one. What is more insane is the fact that I'm not a complete genius at this game. I know quite a lot. Sort of, I guess, base game wise. But other than that, like, I don't have deep mechanical understanding, or like really, like, if you said, where can you find like a piece of garlic in game, without going and buying it from the Grand Exchange, like, I would have no idea. Like, I truly would have no idea. Which, given how many decades I've been playing, I would really expect someone to be able to know where basically everything is in the game. But the thing is that through those 20 years, I have never, truthfully, ever I've never really immersed myself in the deeper parts of the game, if that makes sense. I've never progressed a stat much past 80, level 80. And I've always focused more on sort of just going into the game and sort of buggering around. Like, I will go in and think, what do I want to do? I think I kind of want to do some mining. I want to do some herbal. I want to do some fletching. I want to do some fishing. This, that, the other. Like, as you just saw, I was asking somebody, where do I get a pickaxe? I don't even know where you go to buy a pickaxe. So this was my conundrum just now, as you're watching my first conundrum, my first sticking point, because what I want to do is get my mining level up. And I started thinking, why do I want to do that? Is it purely just because I want to mine higher and higher? And I thought, no, not necessarily. The kind of deeper reason is because I then want to get my smithing level up, and I want to do that so that I can smith myself arrows, arrowheads, and all this sort of stuff, because my initial thought way back in the first episode was to get my fletching level up, and I didn't want to have to just keep buying all of the arrows. So that's obviously got me thinking, well, I need to make the arrowheads and all the rest of it. But to do that, to get your mining level up, to get the smithing, to get the fletching, to get the arrows, to train your range, there are so many extra steps that cannot be told by simply going to the Grand Exchange, selling some items and buying some items. So I looked it up. Okay. First of all, I got members soon after this. I thought, just bollocks to this. I went and I got myself a month of members. And we're going to move over there soon. I thought, okay, we're going to go over and we're going to find a place where it's going to be easier for us to mine, bank, and then use the furnace somewhere, and then use an anvil, so that then I can sell those items to some general store or something, accumulate a small amount of wealth, maybe 500 to 1000 GP, go to one of these pickaxe sellers and buy a new pickaxe. That was the plan. sense before really, hopefully, kickstarting this series, which is that I need to get across White Wolf Mountain, or whatever it's called. Wolf Mountain, White Mountain, I don't know, Ice Mountain maybe as well, that might also be what it's called, I'm not sure. If we scrub a little bit, I'll see. Oh, not quite, great. Oh no, there it is, yeah. lessons, the deeper you get into a series, which is something that I found on my previous account and previous series. I have a fairly well progressed normal account, which I think I got a couple of skills to level 80 or thereabouts, and that's how I made those videos. I would do live commentary for maybe half an hour or something of whatever I was doing, wood cutting or fishing, something like that, and then I would maybe do 3 or 4 days in between where I was just, playing the game, progressing, having fun on my own, off camera, and whilst it was fun, I really enjoyed that series, and I plan to go back to it eventually as well. I found that I just was not happy with the style and content of those videos. I would be talking for half an hour whilst doing one single thing usually, because obviously when you're at a higher level, you're later into the game, even when you get into like the early mid game, you will be grinding a skill for an hour and you will progress 10% of a level at times, depending on where you are, obviously, but like, I'm talking in general, you will progress a fraction of a single level in a single skill, which is really the fun of RuneScape, as sadistic as that sounds, but like in this one it's not the same. I'm fishing, I'm getting up levels fairly quickly, I can cook and then get those levels up fairly quickly, I've got very singular aims, or not singular aims, sorry, a multitude of aims, really the opposite, and that just keeps things going quite quickly, quite fresh, fun for you to watch. Otherwise it is just painfully slow, and it's actually quite hard to commentate over because you're just doing the same thing. I can waffle on and on like I am now, but I think that this will be a better approach for a better video, a better genuinely entertaining video that you can either watch and enjoy as entertainment value, or you can simply fall asleep to, like normal ASMR. Anyway, that's my TED talk over on that subject. We're going to progress with this. We're going to get a full inventory of food. We're going to make it to the members world. I'll probably actually record that bit. Guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you again very, very shortly.